Through this project, I get a deeper understanding of how language is not fixed but flexible and shaped by culture, identity, and daily communication. By analyzing the Javanese used in social media, I learned how English vocabulary can be creatively adapted to Javanese grammatical structure, such as the use of prefixes nge and suffixes e, an, and ne. Yeah, this code mixing is not random. Instead, it follows systematical linguistic rules that make the expression meaningful and natural for local speakers. The artifacts show that although English words are used, the sentence structure emphasizes and logic strongly reflects Javanese language patterns.
So my reflective about this is I learned that English does not stand alone. It blends with the local language we use every day. So words like clothes or feet mixed with Javanese grammar like in the artifact one, showing that English is adapt. English adapts, not replaces. This taught me that English is not the same everywhere. It changes with the identity and culture. As a future English teacher, maybe I believe English should be used confidently in our own way. So, English is global. It comes alive when people make it their own.
Hello, Explorer Lisa here. I have just completed my journey into the Jap English frontier. My mission was to map how English and Japanese cultures collide in the era of globalization. I found creative codemixes where English words follow Japanese roots. Using a localized lexicon, Japanese affixes like no and a create verbs and nouns like dore. Commands are also localized with suffixes like un in turn of ono. This proves that while words are English, the logic and feels stay purely Japanese. This journey shows that globalization creates cultural hybridity rather than erasing identity. For future English teachers, this is vital. We must bridge the gap between global standards and the unique, local ways our students naturally express themselves. This is Explorer Lisa, signing off from the Jap English expedition.
Okay, I will answer the two reflections of this class. The first one is what is this journey teach me about the connection between English and globalization. After I went through the journey in this class, I realized that English is no longer exclusively owned by native speaker. The video as the artifact 1 and 2 shows that English spreads globally. It does not remain statistic, but it is adapted by local cultures. In the video, speakers own English by adding Javanese grammar rules. For example, nge-close or nge-fit, it means nutupi or makani. They used prefix nge as an active verb. The second is, how is this relevant for future English teachers? For future English teachers, this journey taught them that they are not just teaching the rules of English like grammar or how to pronounce and etc., but they are also navigating the complex intersection of a student's native identity and globalization. And then the artifacts from the video is a valuable resource in pedagogical concept among English teachers.
As a language explorers, our journey taught us that English doesn't spread by replacing local languages, but it survives by adapting to them. And through globalization, English becomes flexible and takes new shapes in different cultures. In the first artifact, we discovered how English mixes with Japanese grammar in everyday digital communication, and it creating Japanese. Phrases like nge-close dore show that English words follow local rules, it proving that people use English creatively to fit their cultural context. And in the second artifact, we discovered through localized words like pile and forgetan The showing English is not just global but also deeply local and meaningful.